What's up, guys? All right, so we're at the outdoor range. I have a few friends with me and we're gonna shoot a couple of drills. We're just gonna work on some fundamentals and just really push ourselves. I'm gonna push these guys probably further than their comfort zone, but I just want to make a video of what a range day can look like. What are some of the things that I like to work on? So I'm not saying you guys have to do these drills in order to get better, but this is something that we're gonna work on, and then maybe you can try some of this out on your own. If you guys have any other drills, or exercises you think we should work on, leave that down below and I'll do that on our next range day. All right, let's get into it. All right, so what we have set up here, oh, you're way back there. So the first drill we're gonna do is 5x5. So we're gonna start at 5 yards, which is this first cone. And then you're gonna do 5 shots as fast as you can, aiming for the A box. Do you know where the A box is on here? It's got a label, but. So it's gonna be right here. So you're gonna aim and try to get all 5 of your shots as fast as possible in here. And then after that, we're gonna go to the 10-yard line, do the same thing, then the 20-yard line and do the same thing. Okay. Now we're gonna be doing something we're scoring with hit factor. So this is what they do in competitions, and it's a very accurate way of showcasing where you are with your skill because it grades your skill. So basically it's your time divided by the points. So we're gonna do a hit factor at each one just to see where you're at. And then we'll run it again, like we'll switch to me or you, and then we'll run it a second time to see if we can get a higher hit factor. And that's how you can tell if you're doing better, right? Because I can just time you, you're like, oh, I went faster, but if you weren't as accurate, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But if you're more accurate, but you went slower, that also doesn't matter, right? Like you kind of have to like game it, and kind of it gauges, it pretty much pushes you to get a higher hit factor. So we'll start at the 5, and then we'll move over to the 10 and 20. Now this will be really good getting reps in with that bag.
Yeah.
So just stand right behind that cone.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you're gonna go first.
So 5 shots from here and then stop?
Yeah, stop. Once you're done, just stop. We're gonna go look at it. I'll put in the hit factor on the calculator.
Yeah. And
we'll move on from there. Shooter ready? Stand by.
Oh God.
Okay, hold straight back up. 10:06, and you got what? 3 Charlies, 2 Delta. So your hit factor was a 109.
So what does that mean?
That's just your hit factor, like that's your score for that. So you want it to be as high of a number as you can with the allotted time. If you want to see a difference, I can run it real quick and then we can see the difference in hit factor. I did 6 shots. So 2 alpha, that would be considered a line break, but I'm gonna call it a Charlie. 2 alpha and the rest Charlie. So my hit factor was a 906. So you see how like it can, like once you have that number, you're like, okay, I need to get a higher one. You gotta figure out what you're doing wrong. So I think for you, your draw was very slow. I think you'll be able to do it faster over there. All right, 10 yards. So your first one was a 109. I feel like you can get a faster hit factor now because you saw your mistakes and you'll make up for it now. Shooter, are you ready? Yep. Stand by. All right. 5:59. You cut your time in half. No, total. Your total time was 10 something. This was 5:59. Your first shot was at 3 seconds, so you cut your draw in half as well.
Well, I missed 2.
You missed 2?
I think so.
Because you had 3 Charlie and 2 Delta, right? So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, and a mic. So yeah, you went down in hit factor because of that mic. Mics take a lot more penalty instead of just hitting further outside. So, all right, so you're further. I'm not gonna tell you to slow down, but make sure you confirm where your dot is at. You don't wanna slow down to get better hits. You wanna push yourself past what you're comfortable, but at the same time, you wanna be accountable for everything you do. All right, shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. All right.
Was that 5 or 4?
That was 5. That was a really good draw. That was a really good draw. Like from here, you drew the same speed as when you were up there.
Yeah, I didn't hit any.
Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the only one I hit.
yeah. All right. So I'm not even gonna score that because that's just gonna be atrocious. I'm gonna run this even though I'm not technically cold anymore. I just want to see what I can do.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
It was low. 1 Charlie.
2.27.
2.2. What was my first shot? 146. Okay, I'll take that. 10-13. That was better than that one over there. That one was a 9 something, right?
Yeah, it was like a 9.7.
20 yards is gonna be interesting. Let me just.
Good. Shooter, you ready? Stand by. .53.
Dude, I had one flyer, and that'll count as a miss because for the 5x5, you're supposed to just use this area. So that's a miss. So I had 4 alphas and a miss. But in a competition, that's a Charlie. That's still really good, even though I messed up. So a little slower. Look at that. That miss put me down to a 3.86.
So take the miss out?
I did a miss out and I did a Charlie, 9.09. And make sure I have enough bullets. Pretty sure I do. Oh yeah, more than enough. Yeah, my vision went off on that last one. Now we're on a hill, so this is gonna be fun.
Stand by.
I see some Charlies. I see like 1 alpha.
You can see it on there?
I only see 2 Charlies and 1 alpha. Yeah, I had no alphas, it looks like. I had all Charlies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. So 5 Charlies. And what was the time?
3.29.
3.29. Dang, that wasn't too bad. Score was a 4.56. All right, cool. So that was our warm up. Now we're gonna attack. I had a different drill setup, but instead of doing that right now, I'm gonna make you do some doubles. So I'm gonna have you go grab some ammo. I can paste these up. Now, you've done this before. We're just gonna do 2 shots as fast as you can. We're gonna do a string of 6. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're gonna stop. Because we're not just gonna waste ammo if your form is completely off, you know?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna show you what I do with my grip. Pretty much, I'm holding this pretty firm, right? Like, shake my hand. I'll show you exactly how hard I'm holding it. That's how hard I'm holding it. It's not like I'm squeezing it to death, trying to crush. I'm just making sure it doesn't go anywhere. Holding it pretty firm. Now this hand is the one that I squeeze really hard with. Now, when you come up, a lot of people, when they break their first shot, they'll break it and then they'll loosen their grip. And the next time they shoot, the gun will move even more. Hold that grip all the way through. Don't loosen up after you shoot your first shot. Go bang, bang, hold that grip. Bang, bang, hold that grip. That's a lot better. You see that? Dude, yes, yes. Now you just went up higher, which is where you're aiming. Now you're just a little bit to the left. Okay. Yep, you're hitting that same area over there. But again, that's astronomically better than what you're doing before. You got some good splits too. You got some 2-3 splits. 5-1-2 the first shot, 2-9, 9-7, 2-4. Yeah, so you started, or earlier you started right here. You can see the pasters. And now you're gravitating towards up to the A. And then you have a few of these that are actually center line or close to center line. They're just high, which is fine. I'd rather you be shooting a little high than low to the left, because that means your shooting hand is doing what it's supposed to do. You're just not visually focused. So yeah, all right, cool. So we'll go on to bill drills now, and we're gonna do that at 7 yards. And it's gonna be 6 shots as fast as possible in the A box. This is gonna be the tricky part, because now that you know what you need to do, you have to remind yourself through all 6 shots to do the same thing.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
drove down.
161 to your first shot. Overall 265.
265.
0.17 split.
So 3 Alpha, 3 Charlie, because line breakers still count as a Alpha. 265. 906. I'm like hovering in the nines. That's not bad.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
There it is. Held that grip, boy. Only 1 Charlie. Let's go. Oh, wait. Might have been 2 Charlies. Yeah, at 2 Charlies.
That's a new one.
4 Charlies. What was the time?
4 alphas.
Yeah.
2 Charlies.
Oh, yeah, 4-2. 176 was the first shot, which is crazy. But 268, so a little slower. 9.7, so I had 0.7 increase, or I guess a 0.6 something. All right. I'll pace these up and you will get a shot. You ready? You're loaded up?
Yeah.
All right. Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Oh, you said 6, right?
Yeah, that was 6. That was 6. Or was it 5? Oh, it was 5. You ready? Hold on. Might be hard to hear the buzzer. All right. Shooter, stand by. Okay. To lock your wrist with this hand is a lot harder than this hand. This hand, I can literally just like this hand, I can just cant forward all the way. So I can come up as far as I want to make sure it's locked if I want to. I'm not saying you should do that, but when I'm holding the gun, I turn this wrist up as far as I can and it locks it, and that's not moving anywhere. Now this hand is a lot harder. A lot of people, they think you're supposed to squeeze with this hand, just squeeze, which you are adding pressure. But what I'm trying to do is torque it. So I'm doing like this motion. Like my fingers are pulling down and then my thumb and the webbing of my thumb right here is pushing up. So I'm not just holding this and trying to like blast off. How do I show this on camera? I'm like actively torquing up like that. Because now when I do that, you see the tendons in my wrist, they lock up. Like, feel it when I'm squeezing, just squeezing. All right, now, feel it now. It's locked. It's gonna stop the gun from moving. So what I want you to do is get the gun, these fingers pulling down, this one pulling up. Make sure you're as high up as possible. So we're gonna do another build drill for you. Shoot, are you ready? Stand by. All right. 939. Dude. Look how tight that group is. Just from that advice. You're just aiming over here now, but that is tight. That's like 1 MOA. And then you had these 2 down here. But even these 2 down here, the flyers were touching. See how much of a difference that made when you lock everything up instead of it just bouncing all over the place?
Yeah.
Do it one more time. Again, aim for that middle of the alpha. Shooter, are you ready? Stand by. Holy, there it is. There it is. Yeah, so you had 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah, so you had some flyers going this way. So your grip relaxed again, and you went back to your old ways. But your first shot, this is what I want to see. Even though this is wider than this is what I want to see because you're actually hitting where you're aiming. This is a slight flyer, and then you got really relaxed and you threw it. But when you were doing it right, bang, bang, bang. I'll load this up when we get down there, just so I don't have too much going on at one time.
hoping I can find them in this gray.
I might use my scope and just use my 100-yard zero, see how fast I can go with that. So it's a bill drill. We'll do 2 while we're back here, just because why not? And then we'll go up there and check your hits. We're aiming for the A box. So do you know what your zero is at? Where'd you zero at? What distance?
I think we re-zeroed it at 100.
You re-zeroed at 100?
Think so.
Okay, so you need to aim a little higher than what you're trying to hit. So if you want to hit the center of that A box, you want to hit towards the top of it. I know it's hard to see from here, but just kind of guess where the A box is and aim above it by like 2 inches, 2 or 3 inches. And you should be right on target. All right, you got one in the chamber? All right.
How do you start? How do you typically start?
Low ready. So you can have it in your shoulder, but low. So pretty much have it in your shoulder and then have the muzzle pointing at the bottom of the stand. Yep. Now, do you want to use your magnifier? Because that's going to slow you down at this distance. That's not, I don't think that's far enough to use a magnifier. I would probably go just red dot. 6 shots, fast as you can. Be accountable. Aim a little higher than you're used to so that your 100-yard zero lines up. Shooter, are you ready? Stand by. One more. All right, that was good. Let's get one more time. Your first shot was a 162. You did that in 3. Oh no, you did that in 5 seconds because rifle's a lot easier. Shooter, are you ready? Yep. Stand by.
That was 7.
No, that was 6.
Oh, I can't count.
2-1-2. First shot was a 1-4. Let's go look at that.
How fast was like the last 3 splits?
So 2, 18, 29, 16, 15. That's pretty insane. When you first started out, you were hitting where you need to because you were aiming high. Your mind took over and said, I want to aim where I'm shooting. Like that's what you're supposed to do, right? Yeah. So when you started aiming here, all these came out. But if you kept aiming up here, all this would have been up higher. So you didn't do anything wrong. You just forgot you had a hold. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna switch batteries on the camera and then I'll do a bow drill. So I'm gonna do what you did. I'm gonna use my 100-yard zero. Oh, by the way, I put on my chest rig because I wanted to see it. And now I'm like, I might as well get some reps in with it. So that's why the chest rig has been added on to this video. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna do a 100-yard zero right there. I'm gonna try to get as many as I can as fast as possible.
Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
All right, let's do one more.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by. .09.
What's the first shot?
1.2.
0.2?
1.2.
1.2, damn, I almost broke the 1 second mark. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4 Charlies, 1 Delta, and then the rest Alpha, the line break. That's 20 yards, bro. A lot of people, they get back that far and they inherently slow down because they're just like, I'm farther, so I have to slow down. It's like, no, that's not how that works. You can still speed up. You just have to be accountable. When I saw my reticle getting a little crazy, I made sure I gave myself that time in between the split to get it back onto target. Then I started letting it rip again. It wasn't like bang, bang, bang. So what we're gonna do for you, same thing. 20 yards, 6 shots. I felt really good about that. That made me feel really good because one, shooting with a chest rig is different. The shoulder pocket's a little altered. My last 2-gun match was Thursday night and I finished 3rd. That was with the mic. I had 1 miss and a mic is 5 points down. So even with 5 points down, I still finished 3rd. So I could have probably finished like, I don't know, 2nd, maybe first. No, Brandon's really good. Brandon's really good. So I don't think I would have finished 1st, but do you know what your zero's at?
My zero?
Yeah.
100.
100? Okay. So when you're aiming at that dipstick,
I want to go higher, right?
yeah, aim just like around the shoulder area. So like kind of where the neck just starts, aim there, but in the center, and you'll be able to hit the alphas. Because it's going to be, you know.
All right, let me get a good view on this.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
That was 5.
That was 7. It's all good. So your first shot was a 1-3-4, and you had pretty much 2-1 and 2-2 splits all the way down. Your last shot was a 18 split, which is really good. So we're gonna do it one more time. You ready? Yep. Stand by. No, that's it. That was 6. All right, 1-1-3, 0-2-1 was your first split. 1-1-3 was your shot. Draw the first shot. That's what I meant to say. And then, yeah, your splits were a little slower, but it's all right. So you had 3 alphas, 1, 2, 3, 4 Charlies. You had an accidental alpha. That works. And then you had 1, 2 deltas. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you had 2 misses. You said that earlier, right? Yeah. All right. So you had 2 misses. So it is what it is. I'm gonna run this one more time and then we'll call it a day. But yeah, this is what a training day could look like with you and your friends if you guys are out here doing that. We have an hour, so if you want, we could go to the long range real quick and just shoot a couple bullets and then call it a day. But this is what it looks like when I run drills outside. It's a little faster when you're by yourself, obviously, but when you have people, you're trying to analyze and get some more quantifiable data that you guys can work off of for your drills. So make sure that, yes, you do your training on your own, but go out with friends because it's a lot more fun and you get a lot more feedback when someone's watching you in real time instead of just on camera. So as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one, but hopefully I can get some long range footage for you guys to see at the end of this video. So see you soon.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
Love the smell of gunpowder. All right, shooter, are you ready? Yep. Stand by. No. 13 shots in 3.81 seconds. Shooter, are you ready? Stand by. .286. He was a second faster with 3 less shots.
You got the natural blur.
The natural blur.
Just writing it down so I don't have to do it later.
Quarterback.
Yep. Three for 3. Ah.